wear this anymore, but just not getting it.
What up, Chucks?
I got a chat full of players. What's going on? How are we? Zachary, Joseph, Dan, bad for you, Puss, what's up? What up, Joseph? Fred, how we doing? All right. Well, so as always, enormous shout out to Low Impact Forestry and Tree. He gifted. I think I lost track of how many memberships he's gifted, and Ground Pounders gifted a bunch. Like, just thank you to those guys. They've basically built my members up for me. The video that just came out, I apologize. That has been uploading for 2 days straight. I think GP may be fishing, so he's out on the boat, as far as I know. 361 or 362? 362. I mean, lift is here. On the lift is the man. So that's just facts. I figured we need to establish that before we get going here. But yeah, that video has been uploading for over 2 days. Bucky Saws, how we doing? And I don't know what's up with YouTube. It finally, I like randomly uploaded right before the live feed, but I've got membership videos. I'm having a lot of trouble getting them uploaded, but I think I may have figured it out and fixed it. Um, so apologize to the members that you should have more, but like I said, I've just been having troubles trying to upload stuff. I'm not. There's a few more members than like would be fun to sit here and name off. So just thank you big time to everybody that's a member. I appreciate all you guys, and it's a respectable group of tree guys, which blows my mind when I look at it sometimes. So yeah, all my content, just before we start, all my edited content goes over on members. I don't put any ads on it. I don't monetize it. I just put it there. It's the $4.99 a month, and you get everything without ads. And I'm gonna start doing a lot more how-to stuff. Things that so I've been doing this for over a decade. And when I started out, that was the first thing I was doing, was like more how-to stuff. So I'm going back and running through everything. So just heads up, that won't change any of the regular content. I'll keep it coming, but yeah. What's the road lift? What up, Tim? So I had some stuff I was gonna talk about, and I cannot. I'm just straight brain fart right now. Not real. What was it? I don't know. It'll come to me. So this is episode 133, weekly violations. This is basically, I was forced to take the job. Like, this is something that I just like went out and seeked. There's too much fuckery on YouTube, and like, it just, somebody's gotta like keep it in check. I was elected. I tried to turn it down. I was forced to take the spot. So we're just looking at the stupid, idiotic stuff that gets done on YouTube, pointing it out, and trying to leave it better than it was when we got here. You can't say that these days. YouTube is weak and weird now. So like, from a decade ago when I started doing YouTube, a little over a decade, to now, it's like I wouldn't have joined YouTube. That's what would happen. Like it's like when I look at TikTok now, it's I would have looked at YouTube like that if I seen it the way it was going to be. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe we can fix some stuff here and make it a little better. But I'm only one guy, so I need your help. How to sharpen your blade? Hey, that's a must. Got to do that. That's something that has to be done. 6.5 All right. Episode 133. We'll start out with PSAs. Um, here's okay. Nowadays, this is the way things work. People don't really a lot of the channels that you'll see that start to grow quick. Nobody starts a channel and like is creative and trying to do something different. They're mimicking what they've seen before, or they're riding another YouTuber's coattail to try to build their channel, and they'll jump, 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 jump. There's many of those guys out there. Just heads up, that's not if you want to do that and that works for you, cool. But like, I wouldn't bite the hand that feeds you. If you're somebody who makes YouTube content is not relevant, someone helps you, starts to make you relevant, then you start crybabying and complaining about stuff and putting them down. I just say don't bite the hand that feeds you when they make you relevant. Because when they stop talking about you, that you're like that's it. So like, or if when they're helping you and they stop helping you, like the wave eventually ends unless you put some work in, when you're not a complete lazy shit who just lets the wave pass them by. But I do like that I'm starting to see other YouTubers. Like I was watching and I seen Chicanic. Um, Chicanic put out a video about another YouTuber that said this guy is gonna ruin your chainsaws if you listen to what he said. And so I'm like, oh cool, she's gonna do the right thing right now and try to help her viewers, because she said there's a lot of crossover between this video and this guy and her viewers. They're watching the same stuff. So she wants to help her viewers. So she explains I think it was over oil. Somebody said you can use vegetable oil. What up, Hoonigan? Somebody said you can use vegetable oil in your for your blade oil. And I wonder how many real tree guys show up, and then when they hear me say that, they just leave. But who cares? You can't like the problem with that kind of stuff is the viscosity's not there. You know, it's too thin. Yeah, you don't need too sugar. Yeah, I prefer olive oil. I That's what I use. I actually just wipe olive oil on my hands mainly because it allows me to use my chainsaw runs faster because I'm quicker on the trigger with my oily fingers. There's a little tip for anybody. That's the kind of shit you're getting these days. Use what tastes best. Yeah, exactly. So that everybody. Um, so you can't tell these people that kind of shit because there'll be some absolute douche who will like take solid Crisco lard and start shoving it in there. He's like, this viscosity is pretty good. People are crazy. But here's my problem. Chicanic, if I call this is me telling you that she's full of shit just like every other YouTuber. It's either that or you're a coward. I don't think that is, because she points it out. But if you're gonna help your viewers, you should let them know who you're talking about. if you don't have the confidence or self esteem to physically name the person that you're talking about, don't talk about them. Shut your mouth. You're not helping your viewers if you don't tell them what it is that they watched. Like I don't much understand that kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe you helped them, but it's this it's this new age way of talking shit, but you don't have to own it. And it's I don't relate to that at all. If you're gonna do it, you want to talk about somebody, you don't agree with them. When did it become a bad thing to disagree? This is something that apparently it passed me by. Um, Nobody exactly, Tim. No one wants to name names. Everybody wants to bump their gums about, well, this guy did this and this guy did this. You're boosting yourself up by talking shit about somebody else. That's all you're doing. I refuse to accept the I'm helping my viewers. No, you're not. You're talking trash about someone else to make yourself look better. That's all you're doing. Unless you come out and say it. If somebody makes a video that ends up being harmful to your viewers, you feel the need to make a whole video about it. Why would you not then name them? Just because you said the person's name isn't gonna. Honesty got me blocked. Yeah, it will. That's how it works. What up, Chuck? Lord, what's going on? Um, so have a little bit of like self-respect and a little bit of like confidence to yourself. It's okay to disagree with somebody. And the only way the TikToky, stupid, ignorant information stops coming out is when you make it known. Like it's gonna continue. This week, someone made a whole video about a stick. This is the shit. It was a gear review on a stick. This is ridiculous. If you don't got nothing to post, just shut up and don't post nothing. This shit is oversaturated because people are getting to the point where they're posting videos about a stick. So, I blew my mind to see Chickanic do that. I think she should own it, and I agree with what she did. That needed to be said, and it's not a bad thing to say that the YouTuber you're talking about, unless you're just so what up, Shay? Unless you're so narcissistic and like self-centered that you're like, I don't want to say their name because it may give them more views. This gatekeeping, you think you can control what views someone else is going to get out of here. Get out of here. That's weirdo behavior. Good. Like here's why channels like Buck and Billy Ray become so popular, because he's mainly honest. For the most part, he's honest and his real goofy self. He's not trying to pretend to be somebody else most of the time. He's not, you know, regurgitating information that he's never tried or never did. He's not constantly trying to be the expert on things he knows nothing about. Well, no, I take that one back. But there's just being a kind of a good human in there. And that is so rare these days that someone like that, their channel can blow up specifically because of that. So just have a bit of, oh God, I just, you have no balls. That's the problem. And Chickanic shouldn't have any. So I guess I can't really say nothing to her. She's a chick. But she's more of a man than most of the men on YouTube. I don't mean that in any derogatory way at all. Like, but That's facts. That's facts. She fixes y'all like some of y'all's chainsaws. She'll start your saw for you when you can't. Like it missed me with all that shit. I can't. Ever thought to grab a stick might help? Had something to keep it slipping on. Yeah, but dude, just grab. I walk outside and I'll grab a stick and I'll make one out of it. Like take a stick, make a couple grooves, like a little etched groove, drill a hole in it on each end, and you've made the tool. I'm not about to buy some like it's what it. I don't even think that's a real. I think it's a sex toy. I think it may be a sex toy. It's like the first one for YouTube, or not for you for the tree industry. But like, I'm not about to start doing thumbnails with that thing. Like that's weird. Yo, have you been seeing the golden orbs at night? Uh, I have no, I haven't actually. What's up with it? Steel was steel. Oh, stealth blade, DK. Okay, hang on. Another thing. Where I want you to have confidence, let's not have this false confidence where we pretend like we're like I've been doing this for 20 years and you've been doing it for 2. Like or I'm in beast mode but you're like riding around in a bucket. Like that's not how is that beast mode? I can't own it. But like there's people out there in buckets doing demonstrations talking about this is what the climber would do. What are you talking about, climber? Like you're because maybe it doesn't sound cool if you're like, well, the bucket operator, but that's what you should do. Like I I don't know. My wife was at work. Listen to this. This is funny. And this is I believe this long before she came home and told me this. But she says, have this pilot come in and he was asking what my wife like what are you going to do when when her boss retires? He's an eye doctor. And she's like, I'll probably maybe just give my husband a hand. And she tells him what I do. At first, she's like, oh, he's got one of those big bucket things. And then well, she said it different, but I told her, I was like, you told him that I, I'm a man, right? Like, I don't need that thing. But she's like, no, he climbs and this and that. She said it different than I would have. But the funny thing is that pilot straight up was dead serious to the point that his wife was even like telling him, no, you couldn't. No, you're not that. He never done any tree work before in his life. Feels like he could start a tree company as long as he's got one of them bucket things. Tree service. Never done tree work before. Probably only used a chainsaw a couple of times. But if you let him have one of those bucket thingies, tree service. And that's no. I mean, I don't. You can still be a man, but I feel like you may tuck it. Tim tucks it every time he uses his. Don't take any offense to it, William. It's just rage baiting. But before you get all mad and storm all, he's gone already. He got mad at me. All right. Well, but yeah, that's what people think. And because what it does is it takes all the it takes so much of the risk away. It takes so much of the skill away. Tugging his bucket. uh, um, um, some Somebody needs to start a tuck it bucket service. Like that's your tuck it tree service. We tuck it in the bucket. That's funny. But it's funny to me that a guy that's never done tree work is like, if I have one of those bucket thingies, I could do tree work. And his wife's like, you could not. What, you're gonna be up that. He's like, I'm not afraid of heights, which checks out. I mean, if you're a pilot, I wouldn't think you're afraid of heights. And every man thinks that they can basically run a chainsaw about as good as it gets. So I'm sorry, where I have a disdain for them things. Where, you know, you think about it and from my point of view, anything that is remotely easy to fall, you know, tuck it in the bucket service, yeah, LLC. Um, Anything that's remotely easy to fall or cut, a lawn guy gets. Anything that's not enormous or outreaching a structure, the bucket truck guys get. The only thing I get is the craziest, stupidest, biggest stuff. So, like, sorry, I'm not a fan. I live in a place where any yahoo can go down there and rent a 65-foot lift, and they allow you to sign paperwork for the insurance that says um, this is insured for everything but tree work. Knowing you can pull up in a truck that is a tree service truck, and they have you sign this paper. So I'm not a fan, man. Next thing would be stop stealing other people's ideas and trying to pass them off as your own. That's weirdo shit. Doesn't matter if you name it something different. It's not going to hurt you to give a little credit somewhere else. Here's another thing. Why is it so? What does it make you feel less of a man when you hit the like button for one of your like favorite content creators, or does it hurt you if you share it? These are all free things. Like, after you like the video, it gives you an option to hype the video where you can help that content creator for free, mind you, and it puts their stuff higher in the algorithm. And no one does it. Everyone's terrified where they're like, well, what if he knows that I like it? That would, I mean, that would be weird, wouldn't it? I guess if you're super insecure with yourself, but I don't know. It's at that point now where like there's things that I feel like like a lot of things that I feel like I introduced that get used, and I can't, just because I maybe at times was the first one to make a video on it. My ideas were developed from someone else, the stuff that I had seen. Like, it's so hard to actually come up with something. So I feel like you should respect the person who actually did by not trying to pass it off as your own. I mean, the homie with the stick, I seen him like that did the whole video on a stick, that the sex toy thing. Um, he he was talking about his knee ascender that he made and the flat bungee, how he like felt like, oh, this would work better. I don't know where I came up with. He's the type of guy that like will take your idea and not give any credit, and then act like, oh, I'm such a wizard over here. I'm so smart. No, you're not, numbnuts. No, you're not. It's very awesome. Like you're the coolest because you scroll YouTube for every tree guy stuff, take their ideas, and then whether you do it right after you watch it or a little bit later, at least you're better than most. At least you try the stuff before you're trying to do a video. But man, miss me with that shit. Um, I'm watching videos these days where you guys You are the editor. Okay? You edit your own video. And you still make yourself look like a dork or an idiot. You support cannibalism for the starving. Like, if they're starving, yeah, you can do. I'm down. They should do whatever they need to do. They got to eat. Okay. I hear people are eating ass these days. Stuff's different. Like, I'm just. I mean, what next? Yeah, I watched the editing thing. Like, you're the one in control of the editing. Why are you? What up, Dan? Why are you looking like a knucklehead? Where you're like, you try to predict something like, oh, we're gonna see this and this, like with this tree. Yeah, I'm thinking for sure we're gonna see like an issue here later on. And then you clip to that clip, which proves you absolutely wrong. Like you didn't know what you were talking about, but you edit it like you. I just can't. It's weird. Some of the stuff that I watch is just, I don't know. Some of y'all gotta stop talking back. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You get your mouth smacked. I don't like that. Um, I read the violations like last week, and I had somebody crying about how I was wrong and that's my mistake. I don't make mistakes. First of all, second, shut up. All right. Dude, I'm telling you, I heard that's what that people are doing. They're doing. You gotta try everything, I guess. Some of you got you. Okay, there's a few guys that are really, man. They just really think that they're changing the industry, and they're not. They're like just pointing out goofy things about the industry and things that maybe happen, and they're trying to pretend. There's a lot of pretending going on. Some people push the industry and like advance it, and other people follow and learn from it. It's okay to be either one. Sometimes you may be the one pushing the industry, and then eventually you get too old and the industry passes you by. I mean, there's guys out there that think they've done a ton of stuff for the industry and couldn't physically point one thing except like I don't know. I think some people just need to be okay with like the two issues that prevent people from being able to be those guys that advance the industry or push it along is like your skill and experience. That's something you can change, and your age. Like if you're just getting into it, you're not going to know a ton of stuff. If you're the old man, you may know a bunch of stuff, but you can't put it to use anymore. You can talk about it, but like there's a point where you can't start talking trash about someone else's climbing skills when you can't climb. Like let's just be real. If you can't climb a tree, what are you talking about? Someone else not being good. So I don't know. He's the gooch, probably. Like if I had to pick one part, I would say he's the tank. He's definitely he's not the he can't be the balls. I don't even think he's got those. He's definitely, I would say, the tank. Okay. That's all the PSAs for this week. Roscoe? That's a normal, smart person. John, you're just a normal. You I'm not even saying that comes off as being brilliant these days, though. just a little bit of common sense. You're a genius. Like on YouTube right now. Most people would be like, I can't swim, but I'm hot. So I jumped right into that water hole and drowned. What? Like, why? I was hot and I needed to cool off. Like, but it was a quarry with solid rock walls on the side. There's no way to get back out. But I was hot. Okay, sure. Once upon a perfect stick. Dude, in 7 seasons and still haven't found it. Shots fired. Yeah, you hear them in the background. They're going off like crazy. Happy Crone always comes in with one. All right, first channel this week. We'll. I'm just gonna do it because he's gonna do something stupid. So I'm just gonna do it early. Guilty of treason. The only thing that like saves him is that he's a member. So I like that. But that's like the only cool thing I think that may be the only cool thing he's ever done. I'll think about it. He may have done something else. Just let me think about it for a little bit. But I got 1090 down the street, Sheriff. I'm about to flip out on him. My dog absolutely hates fireworks. He's going ape shit right now. Okay. Guilty put out a video. It was called The Loggers Needed a Climber for This Massive Tree. Okay, he followed the rules there. It's a decent title. We'll say that's okay. So this is another one of the videos where he's gonna cosplay like a logger or something. I expecting him to wear his little shirt that's got the frilly things here, like all the guys do, where they're like, hey, like how does some of y'all's outfit changes if you're falling the tree? That's weird. If you've got a tree falling shirt, go home. No, you ain't working with me. Like we don't have outfits and uniforms for an excess. I expected Jacob to show up with his metal brim, full brimmed, like, all the way, fully big knee high loggers on, pants cut off like high waters, that like blue jeanish shirt with the sleeves cut off, so it's got the blue jean looking phrase at the bottom. But he wasn't. I was like, okay, he may be learning. And I'm like, that's facts, Jason. That's true. Jason speaking facts right there. So then Jacob goes up the tree. They got a big fir tree, and it's kind of surrounded by like a house with a few little buildings on it. And he's helping. Listen to this. And it took a while before we got the full story for the job, but Jacob asked to work for free, apparently, and just because he wanted to climb that tree. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I like that. I mean, but he asked one climber if he could climb that. Like, he had a logging buddy. He went out and helped him. He used that like knockoff 660 or knockoff 070 Holtz Pharma saw. And when he was there was a tree, he said, and he asked that logger guy, hey, can I come down and give you a hand with that one? And he's like, well, I got, what is the guy's name? I wrote it down here. Dan. He says, Dan's going to climb it. And he's like, I think Dan's wanting to climb it. And he's like, well, is it all right if you pay Dan and I climb it, though? And he's like, I don't know. Dan seems like he wants to climb. So he goes and asks Dan, and Dan's like, fuck no, I don't want to. Like, if you want to climb it and I still get paid, yeah, I'm down. And I like that. I think Dan is I would do that same thing. I mean, no, but I'm about to start unbuttoning it. Don't I buttoned it up to keep shit civil around here. With the chat to fill full of women all of a sudden and it get real sexual. And so I'm trying to keep it buttoned up. It's hot in here too. Don't judge me. Lift isn't cosplay no. No. So I like that Dan guy. He's funny. He's like if Randy took Xanax, that would be this Dan guy. So it's kind of funny. I mean, he's just like, he's like Eeyore, but like a good tree climber. But and I like it. I think it's funny. I think he's hilarious. I think his nonchalantness makes him even funnier. But if you watch the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like he's not Randy, he's Zandy. That's funny. I didn't even write. I did. That's not even wrote down. That's just off the cuff. His name's Zandy. That's his nickname because he's like Randy on Xanax. But that just that's not an insult either. Randy is the man. Like you're just like a little slower version who maybe won't remember it tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's cool. That's still really good. Zandy, yes, yes. All right. So Jacob's like yapping about his stupid JK boots. You know what? I don't like that. I don't know. I don't think I like that. But happy stupid late birthday, I guess. I mean, I never thought I'd be wishing the barber chair guy a happy birthday. I mean, he's washed anyway. If we're being real, like he's washed, but he's got subscribers, so I gotta trying to ride the wave and get some of them. So Jacob talks about how he feels bad for Randy, and that's lame because Randy he's the man. He's like he's not Jacob's washed. Randy's like seasoned. You know, he's not like can't do it. He's just like seasoned. He's ripe. Jacob's washed. I mean, you can't feel bad for the man. What do you feel bad for him for? Because he's the man? So I don't like that. What else? I mean, I feel like I want to lie to you guys right now, just like Buck and Billy Ray, and say I feel stronger than ever. Like more, I'm not as limber as I used to be, but I got the experience along the way and the knowledge where I don't have to be that limber anymore. So shout out to Randy. He is legitimately the man. So Jacob's doing this tree and he keeps gaffing out repeatedly gaffing out in this tree. And I mean, I don't hate the guy. So I mean, I want to help him. So here's some advice, Jacob. You got I know you want to go on this JK boots, JK. I mean, brother, if you want to up your game, what are those stitch down? Like nail down? Until you've had screw bottom, until you've had your bottom screwed, you just don't, you're going to keep gapping out. So stop talking about JK boots, buy my boots with the newest of technology with the screw bottoms, and you'll never gaff out again. They are like the break-in process. I'm telling you, they may not fit you exact, but you'll grow into them. I'm sure you got like a little baby foot, but you'll grow into it, and yeah, I mean they'll break in pretty quick. So stop talking about JK Boots. Like everybody's trying to get to all the boot money, and I'm trying to. I've got no boot monies yet. I've still got. So we've got hundreds of pairs of these screw bottom boots that are just they're not selling. That's they're just not selling like I thought they would. I feel like Jacobs and you got Bucking over there with the stupid nail bottom ones trying to rip off my idea. Okay. What else? The ground guy? I think that's the guy that actually is running this site where Jacob's working. I think his name's James, maybe? I thought I wrote it down, but I'll see it anywhere. I think his name was James. But homie's like he's like a mule. He just is like a rhino out there ripping through shit, grabbing a hold of stuff, running with it. Like he didn't stop running. So those no. What are you talking about? Cost too much damn money. I can't. So he didn't show up. That's probably true. He was probably afraid you'd try to assault him with a banana or something. And he's probably scared to lift because he knows he's kind of the man. And maybe if I'd have known that, I'd have paid you to like rough him up or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, next time. Next time. Yeah, it says James is that ground guy, but homie is like nonstop running. He's a beast. Jacob, I have wrote down Jacob hooks his rigging beater up wrong every single time. For God's sake, you hooked it up like 20 times, 30, 40 times. You couldn't get it right one time? Why is it always got to be hooked up? That's the laziest way to do it. Like is this way. All you have to do is flip the carabiner so that when the branch falls down, the rope is on the spine of the carabiner and not on the gate. He's using like a climbing beaner, Petzl climbing carabiner anyway for his rigging. So I don't like that. Fix that. You got to do better on that one. Want to make a suggestion, Mike? Maybe some karaoke. Just a thought. I like to see Randy and Reg Coates do a video. I think it would be an interesting dynamic. Oh my god. No, it would just be Randy and Reg just dominating trees without saying anything. Or with saying the least. Randy seems like the type of guy he could fit in on any job site. If he needs to show up and not talk, he won't talk. Like if it's not a talkative crew, but you put him in a crowd where there's just dudes bantering with each other, he does great there too. That's just a confident guy that's been, like I said, who's seasoned and has dealt with all of it. Like if you've never been there where you like show up to help somebody and you know not a soul there, and it's like you're only gonna see them that one day, and that's it. So it's like I'm not trying to get to like know everybody like deep down or try to teach them a bunch of stuff. Like I'm in and out, man. I'm quiet. I shut up. I get her done. But when it's around a bunch of people I know, I'm ready to cut up and have a good time too while we do it. But I don't even know what got me to that point. But yeah, just hook your stupid carabiner up the right way. Then he hits his little funny bone and starts crying about it and whines about his shoulders because he's like, "Oh, this move right here hurts my shoulders real bad." sounds like you're washed. I know you said that was just a comment. I feel like that's what a washed guy would say. Um, I like towards the end where James was kind of picking on Jacob, he like threw sawdust in his face. I mean, I feel like you could have do better. You could have done better, James. You could have got it in his eye. You didn't even get it in his eye, but he did throw it at him. I like that. I thought that was funny. Um, then Jacob pulls this scam. He scammed these guys. This is the thing we need to discuss. He scammed this poor logger guy, James. So they're doing the work, and Jacob, when the tree fell, he had used one of his ropes as a secondary, like as a backup, to pull the tree over. Instead of immediately going over, which should be the first thing that gets done, you should go over to the tree and disconnect the ropes. He's too busy. He's tubing a little too hard, maybe. I don't know what he was talking about, like what he was really doing right now, like during this. But because he didn't go over there and get his rope out, it was tied to an excavator, and the excavator pulled off and broke his rope. I think this is just my theory, but I think Jacob did this on purpose so they can get a new rope. And I mean, he's already making all the monies on this job. He's making tons of monies, and now he's getting a new rope. And poor James over here is having to like sell sticks to the lumber place to try to get just a little bit of fun, just a little bit of money, so he can get some gas for his chainsaw the next day. And you got this billionaire Jacob, YouTuber, pulling these little money schemes on him, and I feel like I feel like he did this on purpose. And so now James being the nice guy, says, "I'll buy it. How much is it?" Jacob instantly is like $1,000. I'm like, what in the fuck? Where are you guys buying your ropes at? $1,000? And then he says, no, it's 600 because he's like Yale. I have it on good information that Jacob's rope that broke was from Lowe's and cost $85. I don't know if James is privy to this information. This is just what I've have pertained from a few interviews talking to people. The Lowe's for $85, and Jacob is making him buy him a Yale rope that costs 600. So Jacob basically is robbing him. And James is just a gentleman. He didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know if he did anything wrong. I don't know. You tell me. I feel like this is just Jacob being greedy with the profit margins he had on this job already. He's coming there. He knows he's making all the monies. Why can't you just eat a $600 loss? Like a 600, actually $85 at Lowe's. But a 600, you can't just eat that. You're a billionaire YouTuber. Come on, man. Yeah. No, he's not even client. He's rigging on it, too. Like, it's outrageous. But that's all I got for him. But I guess I need to do it at least one time here. That's you. You're already making all the monies, man. You're so much profit. You're like once again a billionaire YouTuber. You're making all the monies everywhere. You could have, especially on this particular day, you could have ate that $600. $600. $85. If that is true, Pusk, he is an absolute fool, an idiot, and is even extra stupid in my opinion, knowing that he's an influencer. So other people are going to make this same stupid decision. So, yeah. But you ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Jesus Christ, that's the problem with most of the people. And even this dude, I like Dan, and he was talking about how he called August the goat on a video, and August and Damien made fun of him in the next video. I'm telling you, the guy you think is super nice, he's the best, he's the beast. No, he's not. He's a fucking sensitive little Sally that is grumpy all the fucking time and rude. This is just my not my opinion, my experience with said person. Next channel. I climb on Roman. Did you Roman noodles? I guess if you don't cook them all the way, leave them real al dente or something like that, you could, yeah, just tie them together. Climbing on Roman noodles. I like that. I like it. Use pubic hair as a prusik. Like, that's wild. It's interesting. It'd be a stinky climbing setup. I don't like that. Actually, I don't like that. Don't do that no more. Stop that. Don't do it. Been using it for a couple of years. Very good. He's lying, Hoonigan. Don't trust him. On the way down. All right, next channel. Perry Trees. Jesus. This is the problem. We got guys like this that are like straight from TikTok. No. He put on a video, like it was a YouTube short, I think, because he's a TikToker, I think. So he loves the little short videos because he ain't got no damn attention span, and neither do the people that watch. But the video is called "Working in the Heat." What does it even get hot where you live? What is it, like 70? Sensitive little. No. This dude tied a fan to his back so that the air would he tied a fan to his back. He had a Adam is a gentleman. Adam is a gentleman. Or Adam Zappo. Zappo is the man. Like the absolute, like that's a straight up good dude. I know, never had conversations with him, but I can tell by the person's actions. That's a grateful, down to earth human that's appreciative if you give him a hand or help him in any way, not arrogant. Like, oh, you're talking about the other Adam. Adam, no, this dude, no. He's a little cheese dick. TikTok. I don't like it. Like, I like it when he climbs, and then he's funny. But I don't like this weird TikTok stuff. Leave it on TikTok. Stop trying to come. Don't bring it over here. It's cringy. I don't know if you guys like it. Cool, but I was there too. I should have kicked him in his puss for doing stuff like this. And I feel like if he watched this, he would laugh. But stop doing this stuff. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more, Adam. All right. Next channel, Peter Shea 3131. That's Super Shea. Let's see here. Too zesty to climb. And I respect the lack of zesty. That is the first thing. There's enough zesty climbers on YouTube already doing zesty climbs and zesty things as they climb. So that was great. And then on top of it, he was able to eliminate some risk, unnecessary risk on that, um, by setting things up to where you can make a main cut at the base of the tree instead of having to climb up. The tree had like a where it looked like somebody had started to make a back cut on it or something, somewhere on the tree. So he would have had like set a ladder up and do some weirdo Buck and Billy Ray looking stuff, or yeah. But yeah, shout out to Super Shay, for knowing and for not wanting to be this. Like that's rare. That's rare. He's got 1 million followers. He does. Yeah, he does. I know he does. I know he does. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's I don't like it. Let's just I'm gonna leave it at that. Next channel is Rion Rounds. The video was called 100-foot crane reach. Or hang on, 100 dash foot crane reach dash giant white oak removal without a hitch. Um, that don't make no damn sense. Is that English? Who taught you how to write a title? Like you don't know how a sentence works, partner? Really? You can run a 1,000,000-ton crane, but you know how to write a sentence? What are these dashes in here for? Why is there one? I kind of almost understand the goofy, weirdo stuff where people mimic what other people do. So I almost understand the dash one here because you're trying to have two titles, which I don't understand. Like you greedy fucking new age people are so weird. You get one title, figure it out. If you can't make it in one sentence, then you suck. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what this is, but it's not a good one. In the intro, he's want full cringe mode where he thinks his viewers are now his family. If we're family, why don't you loan me some money? Let me borrow the crane for a day. So that you when you start a video, you're like, hey YouTube fam, if we're family, let me borrow the crane for a day. Just one day. I mean, I would let my family. I've never done anything wrong to you in our whole life. We've been family for since you since forever. And I've never done anything to you. I've never broke any of your stuff. And so if you're going to say that we're family, which we're not, you're just a YouTuber and I'm watching your videos, don't call me family. Don't say you love me. That's weird. Because you're lying. You don't. Yeah, I'm not family. That's weird. Why would you? I don't even know why you would say something like that. At least Buckin does the creepy. You have YouTube friends, or I don't. No one cares about how much plywood you use either. For God's sake, stop telling me how many pieces of plywood you put down. I don't give a damn. Why did this become a part of tree work? How much plywood I use? Oh, 142 pieces of plywood. And who cares? Tell me that's the only question. Who cares? Because I don't. Have you ever had somebody be like, bro, that was sick when you told us how much fucking plywood you put down? No one's ever left that comment before. Ever. That has never happened. Yeah. So I watch because Spencer is such a good climber. I think he and I also watch because I want to see how he handles Rion's cringiness on camera because Rion's not going to give him an extra shot, But you can see Spencer's like, I'm not getting weird and cringy with you, Rion. He kind of does it at times because he knows what Rion wants. But 90% of the, I'd say 95% of the time, he looks at him and gives him the look like he should because he's a straight, normal, modern day, like, no, not modern day, don't have nothing to do with real man. And it's like, why you do that, dude? So Spencer is the reason I watch, and plus I like to see how he like navigates the cringiness. It's kind of funny. But in this video, it's bad enough Rion don't. You just sit in a crane, and half the time it's air conditioned too. And he starts crying about, oh my pain. Shut up. Listen, I just real quick, just shut up, okay? You don't have to do anything. I understand it hurts real bad, but shut up. No one, dude, you ain't even doing nothing. You're going to the gym and destroying your body before you go to work. Dude, I seen the gnarliest spider just come walking across my floor. I got it. But yeah, you didn't hurt yourself working, so shut up. Shut up. Like, I went to the gym and I was so I don't even know what to say. Like, I needed to do my best on bench, so I blew my arm out. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, he's all crane painting now. I don't like that. Shut up. No one wants to hear about how you didn't know how to lift weights, so now you're sore. Shut up. Yeah. But man, he's got a lot of stuff, don't he? I wish I had that stuff. And I would cry. So I could cry about stupid shit too. Yeah. How about just don't destroy yourself at the gym? And the fact you have to go to the gym because you don't get enough exercise working, it's kind of lame. But whatever, dude. Next channel. It's called Fitness, not Brokenness. I know he's doing it wrong, isn't he? That's what I'm saying. He don't even know how to do fitness right. That's not good. Next channel is Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. Now this isn't to be confused with 50 bucks because 50 bucks. He's just taking a break right now. He's real super busy, and he'll come back one day. I'm sure he will. This is a mate Lone Wolf. Yeah, something like that. The Australian one. Okay. He's funny. I like him, but he put out a video called "Winter Rain and Tree Work." I mean, here's what I like. You get just real tree work that's not being over dramatized and for the sake of content. You get no gimmicks. He's not trying to get his saying in. We're like, stand up and buck, or I don't even know, something stupid. Be kind, friends. Like, if you need someone to tell you to be a good person, you're a shitty person. I'm sorry. Like, if you need to remind yourself all the time to be a good person, you're a shitty person. Like, maybe fix that. But yeah, Lone Wolf is awesome. He's I don't know, Juice. I like the banter when he has somebody there to work with him. I think he had like one of his family members, maybe his uncle or something like that, in this video. And the banter between them two is funny. So he was talking about like fat chicks and stuff. Like, I like it. I think it's hilarious. Sometimes I gotta rewind it because I can't understand them, and I gotta translate to hillbilly. But it's pretty good. Also, like, he should have 1,000 subscribers by now. So go over there and subscribe to his channel. He puts out good content, and I mean he's getting there. He's 700 and something, but that's at Lone Wolf. LONEWOLFE. And I can't remember the like other moniker, but I think you should be able to find it pretty easy from that, hopefully. But yeah, next channel. This is girls make the. I thought it was the ones with the fat bottoms. That's what that guy said. He likes a thunderbutt. Um. Uh. Yeah. Next channel is All Trees and All Seasons. This is the one that put out a video about a sex toy. I think. Um, he's trying to pass it off as some kind of throw line thing. But the channel's called All Trees and All Seasons. The video is called FTC Line Catcher. And it's just another bullshit gimmick tool. And this is the reason that like a lot of guys are just clueless because instead of learning good technique and learning how to properly do something, I'll buy the tool that allows me to cheat and do it. Like, fuck, man, you guys want your hand held all the way through it, don't you? Like, you want it done for you. You're the type of person that's like, do you? I need some gum. Can you chew it up and get it good first? Like, it's a little too sweet at first. Can you chew some? That's weird. Um, yeah, I don't. These the gimmicks. Like I've never been a guy that's for the gimmicks, and you should be embarrassed if you're like a legit like a straight man, and you're just all about the gimmicks. I'm all. Oh, they said this is going to be good. I'm gonna. I don't let other people make my damn decisions for me. I make my decisions. That's the problem with most people these days. That's why there's so many stupid asses out there because like you got this person who don't know nothing about real life and actual issues. It's like a famous actor or something that don't do life is everything's handed to him. And you got this guy over here that's struggling for everything he's got, can barely feed himself, but he's listening to this person on how to man, I don't know. But yeah, this it's like this guy. He had a stick, man. That's what it came down to. It's a guy with a stick. I'm looking for just a random stick laying around here so I can show you this stupid shit. Well, there is that one, but like, just a stick. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the FUQ stick, and I'll sell it to you right now for because this stick. I think the stick, if you go buy it, it's like 30 to 50 bucks after you for a fucking for a damn stick. I think it also doubles as a sex toy. This is just my personal opinion. It's ribbed and all kinds of weird shit like that, but it's it's like it's a stick, man. Go grab a stick on the ground or go over to the brush and cut a stick. You can take this little stick, make a little etch around it. Okay, just to take. I mean, I don't care what you take a pocket knife, etch a little groove around it. Okay, did you figure that one out? Okay, so then you drill a hole in it with a drill. You just take a drill, you a little hole. Do that same thing down here. You may have to sand it so you don't have any sharp edges, but you now start to understand why it works instead of okay, I bought a tool and I'm gonna look at the picture. I'm gonna do what the picture says. That's why a lot of people you don't figure anything out on your own. You don't actually figure it out. You're just like, I watched this guy use this tool and it was perfect. So I'm gonna do that same thing. And it's like, fuck, man. Well, good luck. You're never gonna really understand everything. You're just gonna have to buy every single tool that comes out. That way you can keep up with everybody. I just use a yo-yo. That sounds. I like that. I like that idea. I don't know, but this guy and he was stroking and loving this polished wood, is what he said. It's polished real nice. tell me it's a sex toy without telling me it's a sex toy. Like, who cares if it's polished real nice? I don't even like that. Yeah, that's too zesty for me. I don't like that stick. So, um, yeah, I don't like that. I bet it smells like shit though. I guarantee you it does. Dude, you know it does. It comes smelling like booty it's pre-stankin'. Like you get the pre-stank on it. That's gross. I don't like that. Like it says tested on it. It smells straight like ass. You're like, this is not for throw line. This is not for throw line. I don't know. Like, why does it have a plunger to where it sticks to the walls and stuff? And like, I don't like that. I'm stupid. Tim's getting all aroused and shit. He's like, please talk about something else. Next next channel is Bert's Custom Cuts. He put out a video. Is it worth it? Stack now, handle less for deliveries. And just good old Bert. Making good old content. Talking about good old firewood. Like he always does. So yeah. It's like the only channel on YouTube I'll watch about firewood. Like I don't need anybody else who's making the fucking firewood videos because I watch Bert. All right, so don't do it. Next channel is the Cajun Tree Cutters, and the video is called "Lightning Destroyed This Massive Oak Tree Overnight." And I was like, okay, haven't seen a video from these guys in a long time. I thought I thought I like unsubscribed, but it turns out I didn't unsubscribe. They just don't put out videos. And I love it when people that don't put out videos beg their audience to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep kicking these videos. No, you're not making any videos. What the hell would I subscribe for? I'm not subscribed now, and I've missed nothing because you've put out nothing. What are we doing? But if you don't put out anything, why would anybody want to subscribe? Yeah, I don't. That's dumb. But the videos a lot of times don't make a whole. It's like they don't make a whole lot of sense because it's like you can tell I've been there where you have these great intentions that you're going to record this awesome video about this job, and get there and you do a good intro and you get everything, you explain everything, and then about halfway through it becomes a little harder than you thought. You're like, fuck, I'm not recording no more. I'm over it. And then you're like, oh, I get a couple clips in the middle. That's what their content always ends up being. It's like you get a good intro that's like detailed, explaining a bunch of stuff, and then it's like 3 still pictures, maybe a couple little clips of the most uneventful things that they did. Like you got this tree that needs to be rigged out and it's broken and this and that, and you get 2 clips of making a cut and pushing a piece of wood off. I'm like, that would have been the only part I didn't record. I'd have recorded all the other stuff, but yeah, I shouldn't like it. But I've been there. Have all these intentions to film a certain task, and then you just don't do it. But then you don't make a video and you don't upload it because like it's crap. Now there has been videos that I have uploaded, and it's usually because I don't realize that maybe I didn't get the last clip or something. I have an issue with a battery. I can understand that kind of stuff. Or you have like the last, and you edit this whole video together and then realize, oh my God, the most important clip isn't there. I get that, but come on, like 2 pieces of wood and like a couple pictures. I want to see more. That's what it is. Now I'm not saying that you're not good, that you suck. I'm saying I want to see more. So, and I think they showed more stump grinding at the end than they did of the actual removal. And I think you'll have much better results getting people to like, comment, and subscribe if you're actually putting out videos and there's a reason for them to
like, comment, and subscribe. So it's just what are you guys talking about? What the, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Call Gilligan. Somebody will. I He's out of my jurisdiction. I can't even. Can't, he could do whatever he wanted right now. He seemed. I tried to go over during. He had a live feed going before this. I went over to watch and like converse. He didn't really. He seemed like he was in fishing mode, so I didn't bother him. I left a couple comments. He didn't really cut up with me like we normally do, and I'm like, he's in fishing mode. So I left him alone. I think he's into his fishing, so I just wished him luck, and I had to bail out. I had to get ready for this anyway, so I kind of had a feeling he wasn't gonna be able to make it to the live feed, but maybe he's the type to put it on in the background and be doing something. So don't talk bad about him. He'll see it. He'll get you. Who's this Samson guy you're talking about? I don't know Samson. You talking about that? Yeah, you talking about that? That is all gear. Let me see. That's Cherry Bomb 1. I climb on now most of the time. I climb on Cherry Bomb 2. I think it's like a millimeter or two smaller, but yeah, such good rope. All gear. I've been climbing on it for like over. I think it's been 10 years or more, and like I always said, all gear is awesome. All gear is awesome at the beginning, and that was when everyone's like, "That's for utility climbers. That's for utility climbers," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not." Like they legit have some of the best sewn eyes, and it's some of the best rope I'd ever used. And I tried a bunch of Tachyon, Tuffleberger, and Samson rope, but all gear I use their um, rigging ropes, and I use their climbing lines. I really like them, but it's a really really good rope, man. Really good rope. Uh, their sewn eyes for me. They used to do a full wrapped plastic with a plastic insert for the eye, so the eye was like super tight on the carabiner, and well, not super tight, but you didn't get all the weird play and those little eye inserts that they had, and then they would do a full plastic eye at the end. That was my favorite, but I don't know if they really do that much anymore. Now they just do sewn together. Like I don't even know if it has a coating on it anymore. But you can get your own plastic wraps and seal your stuff if you wanted to. Do that heat wrap stuff. So shrink heat whatever. Let's see. Lowe's makes a great rope. Yeah, that Jacob. I like my Samson Dinosaur 916. Right on. Um, I think that's like that may be half, and then my other one's like 11.8 or 11.7 or something like that. Next channel is Tasman Kenny Fuller, and he put out McCulloch 125 at Tazapalooza. Can someone answer me a little? Well, I got a question here. Why is, dude? Okay, because let's be real. Kenny Fuller is like the Timu Buck and Billy Ray. He's like the knockoff, the Dollar General version of Buck and Billy Ray. He looks. If you watch his shit, he's like bunker. He's got a bunker just like Buckin. He likes McCulloch's just like, wears the suspenders. You would swear, easy Buffalo Bill. You would think he wants to like skin him and wear him, but then they right now I think Buckenstock is going on, but Kenny Fuller is also doing Tazapalooza. So why are they at the same time? Does anybody know? Like, do any of you guys keep up with Kenny Fuller? That Tasman dude? Why is he not like Buck and Billy Ray? Like, do they not get along? Or it's just an accident that their paloozas both, or Buckenstock and Tazapalooza landed on the same weekend? Like, I would think with the way Tasman Kenny Fuller acts, looks, portrays himself, dresses up, like that, he would be at Buckenstock and wouldn't miss it for his, if you like, for nothing. But he's doing his own get together, which is weird to me. But nobody knows. Okay. All right. Next then. All right. I guess I don't care either. Jack of all trees put out a video called "Not by the Book" / tree work, trout fishing, and learning not to give a fuck. I like that title. But it's too much. You gotta, that's too much. You can't have two titles. Not by the Book is a title. Tree work, trout fishing, and learning not to give a fuck is another title. So why you feel like you deserve to have two titles when I'm pretty sure we're only supposed to have one? Doesn't really make any sense to me, and you should stop doing that. Yeah, that's a weird one. I would like to know if Kitty Fuller and Bucking don't get along, because it is very, very strange. Because I would think, because he even said, like, his whole thing is be kind. Why did you do your get together on the same weekend that Bucking's doing his? Like, that's kind of weird. But I don't know. I feel like there's something going on there. And Bucking will always, like, he'll diss and throw his little sneak disses where he talks about, yeah, there's guys out there that, like, they, it's very interesting, friends, that they like McCulloughs and that whole fad. I made that like a thing, and there's still guys out there that do run them and really like them. Okay, whatever, dude. But I like this the Jack off all trees. No, hang on. Jack of all trees. That name is wild, dude. You gotta watch that. Isn't Kenny Australian? No, I don't think so. Absolutely not. I don't think so at all. It's just he calls himself Tasman Kenny Fuller because Bucking used to make the Tassie pattern axes. So he wanted to be Bucking so bad he started calling himself the Tasman. I think, like, I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff going on over there where, like, people are seeing, like, oh, that grift is working for him. I wonder if I do it and I tell people to be kind, if I can get all the monies too. But I don't know. I didn't think Kenny was Australian. That's weird. But maybe he's, he's a Looney Tunes fan. He's like a, yeah, he's a huge Disney guy, so he calls himself the Tasman. He's like blah blah blah, blah. He does that. That's funny shit. Okay, well, this just Jack dude, he's doing some big rigging on this oak. That was good stuff. He makes really good points in the video. He talks about how when he teaches classes, one of the things he'll do is he'll talk to guys and he'll say, so risk assessment. It's something that climbers that have long careers will do. Like, if you're always in the mode of risk assessment, you're only gonna elongate your career. You're gonna only help yourself. Having that kind of mind frame at all times in tree work is super important, and I think makes some of the best climbers out there. But what he does is he asks them, he's like, well, and they're like, what do you mean by risk assessment? He says, okay, so have any of you guys ever hit a fence, smashed a fence? And he says you'll hear everybody kind of giggle and like raise their hands, yeah, 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 yeah. And then he says, have any of you ever smashed a house? And then everyone's like, oh no, no. Well, have any of you ever killed a person or unalived a person? And they're like, God, no, no. And he's like, yeah, because when the risk is and the consequences are at their highest, is when a lot of people seem to take risk assessment more important. So when your life's on the line is when you're ready to do risk assessment at all times. Not as much if when you show up and you have that major mistake where the crane falls on the house or the tree falls on the house because it to you was this typical day and you came in on cruise control, didn't inspect the tree, thought, or just wasn't paying attention, and this major mistake happens because you were not in the mode of risk assessment. Even on the most like repeat day that is just the most mundane thing, you should always be in that risk assessment mode. So you look at what there is there. What is the problem? What is the potential danger? How can I avoid it? What if? I go through everything when it comes to tree work and a lot of things just in my life in general. I approach with the what if, what if, what if, what if. If you're thinking about worst case, you likely won't experience worst case because you're prepared for it. So I just thought he made a good point with that whole thing because I was just recently talking about eliminating unnecessary risk. For God's sake, why would you climb a dead tree when you got a perfectly green one right next to it to tie into, which would keep you safe? Some of this shit, like you see guys make very stupid decisions because they watch somebody else make the same decision and they idolize that person. And that's the kind of stuff that gets you hurt, ends your career, alters your life. So, like, I don't know. I don't want to have no part in that. So I'm always don't do everything somebody else does. Like, understand things fully before you start making your own decisions. And always approach everything with that what if, because you're gonna be prepared for all scenarios. So yeah, I don't know. Just my little bit of advice, but yeah, I like that dude. He's funny. Um, he says the F word like nonstop, and I like that. I think that's awesome. I think we need more of that on YouTube, but everyone's all afraid of getting their video age restricted. I restrict my own videos. Like I to it. No, no, I don't care if I don't say cuss words or something throughout the video. My videos are not for little kids. I don't want little kids watching don't watch my videos. Mine's for grown men or women too, I guess, but for grown-ups. I'm not trying to influence little kids like some of these weirdo content creators, but yeah, that is what it is. I think it's weird. So, problem is the tree is standing. The solution is cut it down. Facts. Facts. He does little telephone pole trees, so he just doesn't understand. Little simple, easy trees in the middle of nowhere in the woods. So he wouldn't know. Don't listen to that guy. All right, next channel, Reg Coates. He came back, shitted on everybody one more time, and I like that he shitted on everybody. I think that's funny, and we need more Reg. I made sure, like, again, I if you say you want Reg videos, then you watch the video and you don't leave a comment, I think you're a douchebag. If you say you want Reg videos, you watch the video and you can't like it or dislike it, that's all free. I think you're a douchebag. You know, if you can't share it, there's an option to hype the video. That's free. You don't have to pay nothing. You can't talk about wanting someone to do content when you won't even make a couple, like push a couple buttons that are absolutely free for you. And that's why they're like, hell, if you don't appreciate it, whatever. It's not like he's asking you to, I need you to write me a full page letter and mail it to me. No, you don't have to do that these days. You can just push a button. Like, who, me? No, don't listen to Tim. That guy he's not good. Don't listen to that guy. I've been falling trees for 27 years. Well, pick them back up. What are you doing? I've been removing trees for, I don't know, man, 30 some years. No, I think I'm about 27 too, actually. 27, 28 ish. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 27. I don't like that you've been doing it as long as me. I don't like that. I want it to be, that's why I said 30. But then I realized I need to tell the truth. Yeah, you got to pick them all back up. If they fell, I remove trees. I take them down, but you're just pushing stuff over. I don't. Pieces. Oh, okay. So Reg puts out a video. It's called "Big Douglas Fir Tree Removal Tip Pruning." And in the video, a guy that is twice the age of most your tree climbing like gurus that everybody thinks are so amazing. Like, I think he's maybe August age and maybe older. I don't even know, but he's still doing the shit that everyone else can't do or won't do because it's too difficult. You know what would happen? There's not another YouTube tree guy out there that's going to put out a video of him doing tip end weight on a big ass Douglas fir tree without cheating or without breaking the rules to make it appease him for that moment. Jesus Christ. Dude, I will go there and take all your trees down. And the first, like, within a couple, I'd say a day. No, 2 days. 2 days. Because I am getting older. Like, in 2 days, you wouldn't even have any trees left in your town. Do you realize this? You ain't going to have nothing to do. But yeah, Reg is like climbeless. What the fuck is that? Spikeless limb walking out on the tips of a tree that normally just erupts when you get out towards the tips of it. He's doing the shit that no one else would do at his age, making it look easy. And like, where everyone else would say, well, this tree's got big bark, so I'm going to do this. No, you're not doing it because it's got big bark. You're doing it because it's too fucking hard to do it the right way. It's too hard to do it without spikes. It's too difficult. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. This guy, like I said, come back and shit it on you again. This is what he does. He does shit the right way. No complaining. There's no bending and breaking the rules to make it appease him for the specific time. Oh, it's at this time of season. I had a guy trying to tell me, okay, the entire country here has an epidemic with a certain disease with trees. This guy wants me to believe that his little area, his little state, his little town is the only area in the country that doesn't have it. No, what it is everybody's slow there or something. So they ain't smart enough to realize that it's there. So I don't know. I dig that Reg makes no excuses and just keeps kicking ass like a badass, like he always is. He's like, he's twice your age but 10 times better. It just, I don't know, no excuses. He just does what it takes to get the job done up to standards, and then he just makes a lot of guys look like pussies. And I'm all for it. I dig it. Your cup of tea. At least this is your live stream. You make the rules here. What's that? All right, next channel, the Veterans Tree Service. I don't. Oh, this guy. The video he put out was called "First Time I Had to Drop Trees Like This." All right, here we go. So you see the thumbnail? I made that thumbnail a while back when he was mimicking the zestiest of zesty climbers, doing the rainbow anchor all the time, and acting like it was something special. No, it's something stupid. It's not something special. It's something stupid. So, but in this video, he's like shows us how to. He's like, you think that was like sketchy? Hold my beer. I'm about to show you 10 times more sketchier way to anchor again. So he does the 3-to-1 setup where you can retrieve by clipping. You ran out of rope too. It didn't even wasn't good. It didn't even work. Where you could have just reached out, grabbed the tail of your rope, and anchored it to your. It's not hard to do. You throw it around, clip it, grab the tail of the rope, the other end, and clip it to that carabiner, and you retrieve it. It's not this. Why is it so hard? Why are guys hooking carabiners to carabiners and then doubling ropes and tripling them up and like, for God's sake, why are we overcomplicating shit so much? It is as simple as it gets. And when you act stupid, I gotta go to the stupid drawings. Like this is just what we have to do. All right. I still got that guy's name, Gabe Itch, on my board from last time. Yeah. So I don't understand why this is so difficult. But if you got a damn tree, it's just pull, okay? Okay, so we have this, okay? We've got the blue part's a carabiner, then you got your rope, then you got your anchor there. Oh, but if I can't get it back, you just, how, what is this? This is not difficult. We grab the tail of the rope, pull it all up, and we grab the tail, and we bring it back up, and we clip it back to it. That's it. And then go down and then pull this side over here and it retrieves it. Here's something I want to point out, and I see a lot of guys making this mistake. Make sure it's the same way if you're doing rigging and you're trying to put an angle on the rope. If you're anchoring rigging rings, pulleys, whatever it is, you have to remember you have your stem. Goes around. So if I'm climbing and I know I'm going to be going off this way,
make sure you put the thing in the bite the right way. Like it's not difficult to do, but like I think a lot of people don't realize, like if you're doing some sort of a cow hitch or whatever it may be, make sure you put the damn thing in the bite the right way. That when you apply pressure, it's gonna work properly. Because if you don't, it's gonna go the other direction. So like, let's just do this. I don't think I have a carabiner in here, but we don't need one. We can just put it on a bite for the rope. Okay. So let's say that's your anchor, and you want to put it around. If you was to tie that off, you wouldn't have to roll this up under like this, but for the sake of not pulling the whole other end up, you have your girth there, okay? Now, if I'm gonna climb that direction, when I go to hook up, I'm not leaving it over here because it's like gonna be loose. So if I'm going that way or I'm putting a cow hitch, I'm gonna pull it over this way and make sure it's biting. When I put weight in, it's biting instead of it being like way over here, and then when you go to do it, it just like it rolls around or moves. Like if I'm gonna be pulling this way, I wouldn't put it over here because as soon as I go to pull over there, it opens up. Like that same thing can happen when you're like cow hitching your rigging rings to the spot. But I mean, if you're up in the tree and you need to make your way down, I don't understand why you wouldn't just take your rope, tie it off. Now you're anchored, go down. But I would take and clip my carabiner right there, the other end of my rope, clip it there, go down, pull, it opens up, falls down the log. I don't understand this. Instead, I'm gonna clip a carabiner to it, triple the rope up, run out of rope, then get down, and still can't retrieve it. Like it still didn't work. So like you failed like 3 or 4 times on one trick. I don't like that. Yeah, don't do that again. He also says I use a jack because I don't like digging ropes out from underneath trees. Don't lie. He says his order is he likes to use wedges first, then a jack, then set a rope. That's just, is it weird that it just, if you looked at the order of which is the easiest thing to do, that all yours fall in that order? Putting a rope up in the tree is harder. You got to hit the right throw. You got to get it secured correctly. You got to also pick it back up. So it's the most difficult thing. It's going to take some skill. Use a jack. You do got to have some skill by cutting the actual spot and getting it in there. And then wedges, you don't really have to do anything. So I don't think it's a coincidence that the order in which you prefer to do things seems to be what the easiest to the hardest. Is it just me? It's not worth it. But yeah, it's just that you're tell the truth, you're a pussy. Like when it comes to throw, you don't know how you throw like a girl, and you're lazy. That's the truth. It's not nothing about digging a rope out of a tree or that was all a lie. Also, back cut first is the dumbest thing ever put. The dumbest thing I've ever seen. I hate it. Then he starts talking about how it's too hot. He's like, it's too hot for me. I'm a pussy. And I'm like, why is he call himself that, first of all? And it's not hot. It's below 90.
He calls it super hot. Um, that's because you're just not tough. So then day two starts, and at least in day two we get kind of back to happy Tim. Like day one, he starts with this old. He's got resting bitch face, where he's just like what the hell? Would you stop crunching your nose? Like what do you? You don't even look like you want to be there. But then we get Happy Tim on day two. He comes in, he's back being kind of Happy Tim. We don't get the normal rested bitch face Tim, where he's acts like this is the last place he ever wanted to be. But um, the job ends after he does falls a couple more trees. But there is another part of the video where he's going to do, I believe, some pruning. That is on his members only. So definitely get over there to Tim's members. Again, that's Veteran Tree Service. I mean, he's all right. Don't. He's not. He's not that cool though. I don't know. I think he bought all the subscribers. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I need to take that back because there's a lot of tree guys out there. I need to take this back because that's not fair. I think Tim is one of the only YouTube guys that I can honestly say didn't. I'll never say this again, but I'm gonna be like real and honest right now. One of the only I think that didn't buy subscribers. Like it's very obvious. I don't know who some of y'all think who you think you're fooling. You went from like 100 views, 100 views, 100 views to now you got 100,000 subscribers in a couple years, or you got 90,000, or you got 50,000. Like, come on, man! You didn't like hit the lottery one day. You bought subscribers, and then the problem is there's been times where I feel like I've fought for people and been like, this is bullshit that this channel don't get more views and this and that, and then I find out homie has screwed his algorithm because he bought a billion subscribers. What the fuck is going on? And I'm embarrassed. And I was like, by association, I shouldn't have done that. So maybe local steel dealers where you get your subscribers. Hey, I asked you to get me some last time when you went there. You didn't give me shit. I still got none. Um, God dang. But just keep an eye on some of these channels that randomly are real big. They get big out of nowhere. Go back and like look where you're like, oh, he wasn't doing it. Okay, he started, 56 views, 21 views, 100 views. What the fuck? 170,000? And then they're like putting out videos now. How are you gonna have like I feel like Game of Trees? That guy's got like he's got so many subscribers and he does like 400 views. How are you gonna have because you get companies like Milwaukee and they look at his channel like, holy cow, he's got 70,000 subscribers. He does 400 views. So you're telling me if I go buy a bunch of subscribers, you companies out there are stupid enough to just give me a bunch of free shit? That's all it takes. That's where he buys his subscribers at the steel dealership. I never even thought about asking him about that. I usually just am like, I need a chain or a spark plug. Didn't even think about like, oh, you guys sell bots? Like it's 2026 AI. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. But god dang man. So I'm on a crusade. I'm gonna find out. Eventually, there's gonna be a way for me to look it up and find out that you're insecure and you bought a bunch of subscribers. And I'm calling everyone out that did that. Like if you're that lame and insecure that you bought a bunch of subscribers and I find out about it, oh yeah, you best believe I'm talking about it. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not fair. The guys out right on Home Depot and like, you know where to get subscribers at? It's like Instagram with 100K followers, but a couple hundred likes. Yes, dude. This is what people do. Fake it till you make it. This is where I'm not an idiot. This is where I get offended on a bunch of content creators because I'm not an idiot. And when a content creator treats me like I'm an idiot and tries to make me believe something that I know 100% is false, or I've watched them say one thing and now they say it completely different, and they want me to, like, oh no, I would never. That's not true. Like, facts are facts. I'm not stupid, and I'm not a pushover. I'm not one of these sheep that just, like, because you said it and you make content, you got a lot of subscribers, I believe it. Absolutely not. I have some self-respect. Some of y'all should get a little bit of it. Yeah, just ask them. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure though. I'm sure. Get some clout and some size 30 goofy boots. Yeah, you could be new boot goofing on 30s. Dude, that's hardcore. That's nice. I already told you who bought subs. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's that's a damn shame, man. And you know what? I take it personal when someone lets me make an ass out of myself, questioning why they don't get more views and why they just this fucked up. You guys are assholes for not watching. No, it's not you guys. They've absolutely destroyed their algorithm by buying a bunch of bots. It's not nothing other than that. And you got me, the idiot here, who thinks, oh no, that's a normal dude. Guys don't do that shit. Like, that's not what we. Oh, they do these days. What is a bunch of subscribers gonna get you? You're gonna fool a bunch of dipshits? And oh my god, I didn't even know. Actually, fuck. Every time I say something about the idiot you because you fooled me, so I'm the dipshit, and I don't like that. I don't like that I'm the idiot. So we gotta stop that. But let's not do that. How can you buy a Randy? Oh yeah, holy shit! I didn't even think about that, Hoonigan. That's problem solving right there. We just buy, and Jacob's a billionaire. He's a billionaire from all the YouTube monies. I'm sure he could buy him some. I wonder how many Jacob bought. I think, yeah, I think he bought all. He probably bought most of his, and I think he buys all the views on every video too. I don't even think anybody's watching. If you really think about it, I think I'm the only one that watches. Yeah, yeah. This is a mystery that I need more information on. I've got to look into this. This is an epidemic that is a biblical proportion, and I don't like it. And this, we got to fix this. You can't buy self-respect. Nope, 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 no. I don't like. Nope, no. I can buy Randy some subscribers so we can get that. Dude, that's genius. That's just genius. Randy's video review. He's retiring. I know that'll be awesome, dude. No, it's not. I don't like that. No, he's not retiring. He should just get to climb when he wants. He should just get to chill. I don't know. That shit pisses me off when I start talking about that because I know that's gonna be me eventually, and I ain't got nobody. So that's when I'll buy one of those little bitch lifts, and I'll be washed too. year 2020 was the time to have, dude, I'm telling you, right before the pandemic, dude, I don't even have that many subscribers. I was making $800 something a month from YouTube. I was this close to going to getting a dingo or a sidebar or what the hell does everybody else call them? I don't fucking know. Mini skid. I was gonna go get a mini skid, and that was gonna make the payment. Like I had, and it had went down a little bit because like I think my first payment was like $5,000 that I got from YouTube, and then I was gonna go get a mini. Yeah, it finally popped in. Lord, I was gonna go get it. Thank God I didn't, because instantly after that hit, all the advertisers pulled all their money. YouTube re-evaluated how their pay thing went, and now I went from that to like $50 a month. And I don't even know, that don't even make any sense. So that's why I will be totally fine with putting all my hard work and effort into making videos that very few people see, but the people that do see it support the channel and keep the channel going. So Jesus Christ, you know that banana emoji is right at the beginning of his shit. When you look, and you know how you click when you're on the keyboard and you click the emoji part, it's the first thing. I guarantee you, banana, 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 everything. You have no idea how many times, like, you know, people probably text him, like, what are you doing? And he just sends that. That's not good. What the fuck? She asked me, are you single? I replied, I like bananas. What up? Hey, GP. He's the skipper. You got her. He got back. No Gilligan situation going on over here. Did you catch the fights, Tim? Earlier? Kazeev is, dude. Kazeev is good, and I can't remember homie's that Magomedov's first name. Is it Altov or is it Magomedov? Because there's one of them that's got two. He's got two first names or two last names or something. But yeah, the fights were good. I don't like either any of those. Lord, nope, 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 nope. Banana spit? No. Oh, that's banana split. I thought you said banana spit. Yeah, that makes it way different. I don't know. If I have a banana split, I eat it in private. I would never on like it's not something you. Was it Mohammedan? No, no. I wish they'd bring Mokayev over though, and bring him back so that he could end up being the flyweight champion. Sometimes I just want to stop doing treaty stuff and just do UFC and only talk about the fights. That's it. But then I would get bored of that and I'd go back to trees. But I'll be doing a lot of, like I said, just heads up to any of the like newer climbers and stuff. If you join members and you need help on anything, let me know. I will make the videos for you because I would like to redo all the stuff I had done before, all the how-to tricks and stuff like that. I want to redo all of them because it was like a decade ago when I did most of the stuff. So I don't really care what order I do it in, but I would like to upgrade all that stuff because there's a lot of things that I would add to it that weren't in the first time. So what the fuck? Poops. I don't eat no. No. Are people eating the poops now? I heard them eating the ass, but the poops is what they're doing. These kids are crazy. I thought eating ass was enough. Like you should probably chill, but they're already eating the poops. I don't like that. That's you have some shitty. You have shitty breath. That's not good. That sounds that is gross. This doesn't even sound gross. That 100% is disgusting. That will not do it. I don't know what. Buddy, just tell the missus you put on weight. Oh man. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Won't be any more Lork. That wouldn't be good. Like if you're not here next time, that's exactly what everyone's gonna be like. He probably said the weight thing. That's not good, dude. All right, I'm done with this. You guys, I'm sick of talking to you guys. Probably it's probably past most you. It's past my bedtime. I need to go to bed. This was a bad idea. I should probably delete all of this. Bye. Stay safe. Thanks for Thanks for giving me your time and attention, I guess. Until next time, don't do anything stupid so I don't have to make fun of you. Alright? Don't listen to Tim. Don't listen to that guy. Stay safe, everybody.